Hello crafty friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Adrienne Bosey of Alice Scraps Wonderland. Today I'm sharing my tutorial for how I create my beaded tassels. First you'll need to check out my basic paper tassel tutorial, which I've linked in the description box below. Some of the other supplies you'll need include beads, jump rings, Tim Holtz hook clasps or something similar, eye pins and head pins, charms, wire cutters, and needle nose pliers. I've linked the supplies I used in my blog, which you can find in the description box below. Start by opening up the bottom jump ring on the hook clasp and attach it to your paper tassel. Remember to twist your jump rings open and closed. Never pull them apart to open them or you'll bend them out of shape. You'll see me do this several times in the video. Next, we are going to start making some of our bead dangles. I'm beginning by attaching the charms I've chosen to the end of some eye pins. Using 2 sets of needle nose pliers, gently twist open the eye at the bottom and add your charm, then close the eye. For charms that have a thick hoop on the top or are already long, simply add a jump ring to the top loop attachment. Now I'll begin the process of adding a few beads to the long rod portion of my eye pins. I like to add 1 to 3 beads depending on the size of the beads and the length that I want the dangling charm to be. Using your wire cutters, snip off the excess length of the pin, leaving a little excess to finish and attach your beaded dangle to your tassel. With your needle nose pliers, roll the end of your pin to create a U shape, then attach it to the chain on your tassel, then finish closing off the pin. You'll see me switch between using my 2 needle nose pliers and 1 set of pliers with this handy tool that came with my jump ring set. I like to use this tool when attaching a jump ring to the chain of the tassel. You may find that you need to use a jump ring at the top of your eye pin to get your charm to hang in the correct direction. You'll also want to create dangles using the head pins and beads. It's sort of like creating your own charm. These will help you to fill out your beaded tassel. Again, add 1 to 3 beads per head pin, snip off the excess wire, create a U bend at the top of the wire, add it to your chain on your tassel, and close off the wire to attach it securely. I hate wasting supplies, so you'll see me use some of the longer cut-off pieces of wire. To keep the beads on, create a loop on one end of the wire, string on your beads, create a U-bend at the top, loop it through a chain link, and close off the wire to attach it. You'll keep making bead dangles as you go until you've filled your chain length. I like to add 2 per chain link on the hook clasp. If you want your beaded tassel a little fuller, add 3 bead dangles per chain link. I always like to check how my tassel looks after each bead dangle that I add. This allows me to make sure I have the right length and all of the holes are filled in as I go. Making your own beaded tassels can be a little time-consuming and a little finicky, but the end result is a beautiful custom piece that you can add to mini albums, planners, and so much more. I've sprinkled in a few shots of me chasing a rolling bead and dropping my tassel while working on it. Trust me, this will happen to you often, so don't get frustrated. Beadwork can be tiring on the hands, so if you need a break, be sure to take one. There's nothing that I love more than shaking my tassel around a bit to hear the jangle of the beads while working on this type of project. It also helps your beaded dangles lay right so you can check that you are filling it in like you want. Like I said, you'll drop your tassel a lot, especially as it gets heavier. I dropped this one countless times while filming this tutorial. Eventually you'll get to the final jump ring at the top of the hook clasp. Make sure that you've filled it in to your liking, give the paper tassel a little fluff, and add it to your project. Until next time, happy crafting and see you in the next video.